What's happening, guys? It is Monday. We're out of the shop. We're back on this trailer. After we steam cleaned and power washed it with a big pressure washer, we ended up blowing some holes in this fender. So I've got another patch in this one. Let me shut this welder off here. Just letting it cool down a little bit. Would have been better just to put whole fenders on it, which is what I wanted to do in the first place. You know, measure them up, draw a little drawing, drop it off at the fabrication shop. They could bend it up all one piece, nice. Cut the old one off, put the new one on. Instead, we've got twice as much money in putting them together this way. The other fender's in good shape. Some other things that I've been working on. You got a diamond plate 1/8 inch thickness extension on the bottom of this gate to make it a little more friendly for lawnmowers and small equipment. You can see I have little snail welds going right down the front of it here. And when you look at the back side, it's got all those sort of gussets in them, and it was cracked where every one of them was welded on. And that one was completely broke off. That one was about to break. That one was about to break. That one was broke loose. That one was broke loose. And that one was real close. One thing I was thinking about, I didn't build this gate, but I thought about boxing in the sides of it with a plate on either side of every one of those gussets. That would probably be overkill, maybe every other one. This is a spring assist gate too, and I don't understand how the hell it hits the ground so hard, or maybe it's just got abused over the years. This is a 1990-ish model trailer, so you know, this is the first time it's ever been repaired, so I'm working on that. I got the old plasma cutter out. I had to cut some diamond plate up today. I changed to this has got a 40 amp drag cutting tip in it, and I tried using it as a standoff tip, and it actually worked pretty good, except for a couple places on the diamond plate. Let's see if I can find a piece here. Every place that there's one of the little raised diamonds on there, sometimes it didn't cut all the way through if I didn't go slow enough. But it worked okay. I bought a package of those 40 amp drag cutting tips and a package of 60 amp standoff tips at 35 bucks a package the other day, along with my welding jacket that I'm wearing now and all that. So basically I'm just gonna do like a little update video on this. I've been screwing around fabricating and welding all day, so I've been at it about 6.5 hours already by the time I did all my running around and got these cut out. And I cut these off with a cut-off disc on the 4-inch angle grinder. And some of you might say, well, you have a plasma cutter setting right there, why didn't you use that? Well, not only would I have to shield the tires and take them off, I did it on the last one, but I still finished up my cut with this wheel. It takes such a narrow kerf, and I could ride it right up against the inner piece of diamond plate here, and that way I didn't gouge it with the plasma cutter. I'm not an everyday user on the plasma cutter, so it just is here to make my life a bit easier. I still prefer cut-off wheels for precision stuff like that, so I don't have to mess around filling it with weld and all that. It does make a nice edge if you can hold your hand straight. Plus, you guys have seen me try and hold steady, and I shake a lot, so it's hard for me to do. Damn shame I painted those once already. They're gonna get painted again after I dress all those welds down. And I like this kind, the flapper disc there, that's an 80 grit. Those work real good for dressing down welds. So I'm gonna take that and we'll grind those babies down a little bit and all that and get it ready to go. So that's just my little quick update for today. I don't know what the heck else is going on here. I always say that. That's like my catch line. Got some of that kind Yep, not for resale. That's a promo pack. So I got that as a freebie the other day. Grabbed some generic wax and grease remover there and some other goodies. Nothing really in the cabinet here, but yeah, that's about it. That's my plasma cutter right there, Cutmaster 52. That's the manual. Doesn't have a very good chart on what your settings should be for different thickness metals. Everything's set up for mechanized torch, meaning something that's automated like CNC. So you kind of guess around. Got these toolboxes for the trailer. They're all in 2K primer. Sandblasted them and etched them. And basically what I started doing, this is kind of a bullshit ramble on video, but they had a gasket on the inside. You can see all the heavy pitting. There's a rubber gasket on this, and they don't latch, but the lids are 1/8 inch diamond plate. They're so heavy they don't bounce open, but they rattle. So he wanted me to clean up this inside edge at least, and then I could just, you know, sand the outside with 80 grit or whatever, but the back sides of them are both facing one another. They're so scratched up because they face the inside of the trailer, and people hitting stuff into them over the years, they had so many scratches, and they were so rusty that it was pointless not to blast them. 5 bags of Black Beauty and 2.5 hours to blast those boxes yesterday with the big air compressor I have outside, which is kind of kicking my ass. But I've got a question. I talked to my buddy Snow Crusher on Mumble last night about sandblasting this trailer. Now, it's not really cost effective and or easy for me to do outside. Where the hell's my tripod? Get this thing on the tripod. Basically, I've got some surface rust, no heavy scale. But like when these trailers are painted, they don't blast them and then paint them. They're painted over mill scale and everything else that's on the steel. So basically, what I want to know, has anybody used one of the sandblasters that you hook up to your pressure washer, and it's a siphon feed, comes with a wand, you dunk the end in a bucket of dry sand, which you have to keep dry. And have you ever stripped anything with one of them? Or you know, done moderate blasting work like on something like this? I just hate the dust for something this big. Little stuff I put in the cabinet and blast it. If it's real heavy scale, I can use the pressure pot, but I would probably have $300 or $400 of material on this, and it would behoove me to just take it to somebody. But we're not taking the deck off the trailer, and we're a month away from needing it. So, kind of caught between a rock and a hard place. I thought I would use a bristle, 80 grit bristle cut brush on the die grinder just to prep it up, and then acid etch all that rust and try and neutralize it. It's equipment, so you know, it is what it is, but we want it to look nice and hold out for at least another, you know, 5 to 10 years before it needs to do this again. At least the paint procedure part of it. The fenders have never been repaired, and they're from 1990, so they're 24 years old, and they're just now being replaced. They've held up very well. I can't say that much for my skid steer trailer. It's got rot holes through the bottom of them and everything else. I think it's 16 gauge diamond plate, which is bastard sized diamond plate. Places around here will not stock it. They don't even want to order it for me. So I think I'll be making a full set for that trailer eventually. But it's got a rolled lip on it. Alright, I got off on a tangent. So anyway, ideas to prep this trailer. I mean, I've done them with wire wheel. They just take forever. And then trying to do the expanded metal that's in the gate, and you guys know what that is. That is just like trying to piss up a rope, trying to prep that. So I don't know what method I'm going to take here, but I gotta get a game plan. It's supposed to be down in the 20s and teens in the daytime this week, and down for a low of 1 or 2 degrees at night a couple days. So doing anything outside the rest of this week is pretty much shot. So that's why I'm leaning toward doing something inside with it and just giving her hell. Maybe 5-gallon buckets of water and red Scotch pads, but Jesus Christ, you'll be here for a month of Sundays trying to get it done. So I'm kind of at a crossroads on some ideas for prepping this, so if anybody's got any ideas, put them in the comments below. I'd appreciate it. So hope you guys are doing good, and we will catch you tomorrow.